Alrighty. Welcome back to Shaman King Anime Review 20. This is the course of the 2021 Anime Review, episode 33. This is the 33rd episode of the 2021 reboot of Shaman King, Mount Osore Lavore, Part 4. This one finished up this arc, and of course, that's the first chapter, the very next arc, Epilogue. This covers chapters 174 to 177. We start off knowing the events of last episode, where you have Yo getting a lift in a snow tractor from the old man he met I think it was just a couple episodes back, I think it was. So he rides with him, and of course, messing with the cat comes with an interesting plan to take on the demon, where he has to basically, he mentions, of course, explains in the flashback, that he has to basically, in a way, sacrifice. Well, basically, he has become sort of a soul manifestation. He has to do that, and of course they argue for a bit. Of course, the old man is like, "What the heck is going on here?" He's like he's some crazy kid, and he gets there, and of course, the young man stays there because he has noticed that they're going further, and we see the giant demon, who proceeds to punch a bunch of statues, and apparently he grew himself a mustache in the short period of time he was last seen last episode. And of course, Yo asks the obvious question: "Where is Anna?" He's like, I have no idea. And then here comes Anna coming in these particular robes where it's just torn. Actually, it's a kimono she's wearing where it's torn. And of course, he calls her Mama because she practically created him. It's kind of weird because the whole thing related to demons. And of course, then we have the soul manifestation thing happen, which is basically the giant demon slayer's sword. Yo proceeds to chop off the demon's hand, and slice his belly. Then, of course, where after the hand slice, he tries to basically use his hand because he can control it to unleash demons on Anna. And apparently, off screen, Yo decides to slice up all those demons. Then eventually, the demon is defeated. Yep. And apparently, we jumped a little bit later. And of course, the cat himself basically sacrifices himself. It's also revealed that thanks to this particular battle, that the medium claws that we see Yo wear in all the episodes, this is where it comes from. This basically explains the backstory of that, and of course the beads Anna uses, where it's infused with those demons that they fought in this particular arc. So basically, kind of explain where they got the mediums from. Basically, the stuff they have in present day, which is quite nice. And of course, Yo's fascination with swords. And the cat himself is gone. Of course, he has reminiscence about his time with Ho in 1,000 years in the past. Then we have Yo going off on a train back home. Gets on. Where's Anna? Where she's hiding in her room. Of course, she gets on a train. He has basically an envelope, and of course there's Anna wearing completely different clothing, wearing normal street clothes. It's a slightly different attire. Oh, by the way, when Anna shows up, she slaps him. Again. Yes, slaps him. They chat for a bit, and then he thinks that she's remarkably cute. And then she slaps him, not once, but twice. Slaps him on both cheeks. Of course, he was kind of embarrassed by that, and it's kind of hinted at here that she's got feelings for him, and of course she gets off the next stop, and he spends the next 3 days going back home. He will see her again, don't worry about that, and yeah, that's simply it. I'd say the only thing that probably, of course, they do see him where he makes some stops, along with get some food, of course, sleeps in the train, of course, reminisces about his 3-day journey from his home in that valley to this particular place. Yes. And that's it. Yeah, it's a really good 4-parter. And, well, can't wait basically for next week, which is basically going back to present day after a few episodes. It is great, though. We got a chance to explore a little bit of Anna and Yo's, basically how they first met. And it's kind of implied here, so they kind of first fell in love. Even though at this point these two are 10. And presently, these two are 13 years old, mind you. Yes, 13. And, of course, this is where you find out about the engagement. I gotta say, it's a good flashback story arc. It kind of sets some stuff you would see in present day. Menta is nowhere to be seen in this flashback. For good reason, because he's not here. Because, basically, Menta was still in the city, he's doing his normal thing. before he met Yo back in the pilot episode. So I think it's great that we did this, but it's kind of interesting though we didn't do this. Like you could probably say this is like set 10 years after what we saw back in the pilot episode, which also happened for a later episode of the series. Yes, because it was, well, from chapter 141, which he later on did adapt for episode 25. And, well, this flashback took place 10 years just after that. And it's great planting the seeds for present day stuff. And it's weird though. We have these demons here in the flashback. And yeah, these are honest demons, but here's the strange thing. There are no demons in present day. Nope. There isn't. Unknown what the reasons for that. It's just that there isn't any. Per se. And, well, anything to dislike about this episode per se? Well, they did change one thing for this episode. The point of view Anna got off. Because in the manga, the point of view was that the train platform is on the left of the train. That's what they show the manga. In the anime, it's to the right. I could kind of see the reasoning for this. Because basically, Anna's going to go stop. It probably looked better in the shot. Basically, it switches around. That was like the only change I saw here. Because mostly put this particular episode, with the exception of that one bit, kept pretty much everything in. I think they only changed some minor dialogue here. There's like basically a nod to JoJo's Adventures, basically, basically with that thing, which that's a nod to, I think, to Stardust Platinum, who said that frequently whenever he beat people up, which I thought was so hilarious. The fact they had a nod to that. I mean, it could be a nod to that. I have no idea, but I think it is. That's my theory, anyways. So yeah, that's a particular view. I need to do one more video because there's actually something I forgot to mention for Welcome to Demon School Memory. Yep, you'll find out about it next. Okay, next video. Bye.